Hello there. The latest story is that Boris Johnson has switched horses mid-race and is now backing Joe Biden for the US presidency. Firstly, please subscribe and like this video to give my channel a boost. And I'm always uploading new content, so please do check back daily. And a big thanks to my Patreon and PayPal supporters. Now, there have been indications that Boris Johnson is quietly watering down on his previous Brexit plans. For example, the rumour of allowing EU trawlers more time to acclimatise to the new Brexit rules. Or, as I explained yesterday, with other rumours that the UK will be tied into the Council of Europe Human Rights Convention via the EU-UK Brexit deal. Now, many might put this down to weakness, but there may be another reason for it: a Joe Biden win in the US presidential elections next month. According to the Sunday Times, the US election frontrunner is now Joe Biden. But according to the report, this will not just be a win. The Sunday Times says that private polling and computer modelling predict that Biden will win the triple crown of the presidency, the Senate and Congress. It will, it is predicted, be a massive landslide win and completely bury the current resident of the White House. The numbers are being put at an 85% chance of a Biden triumph. This has reportedly sent Number 10 into a panicky tailspin of writing off any chance of a good old party win, as well as sending out the emissaries to butter up the Biden team. It is even said that Dominic Cummings has told ministers to stay cool on the current president. So it looks like doddery old Joe has been biding his time for the past 12 months and sitting back watching the current US administration react to the global pandemic in what will always be a lose-lose scenario for any world leader, especially one as close as this to an election. Now, you may not agree with the Sunday Times report on this, but government ministers and civil servants might well agree with it. And it will be a narrative that the anti-Brexit lobby will be desperate to push. Supposing the report in the Times of Number 10 distancing itself from the current US president and siding with a man who can barely string a sentence together without an autocue is true, it could have serious repercussions for Brexit, if we let it. It would be an absolute failure on the part of Boris Johnson's government if a non-cooperative Democrat president gaining power was not factored into the Brexit equation. If worst-case scenarios have not been factored into how we approach and negotiate Brexit, the only conclusion one can draw is that the UK is a rudderless ship and has been for some time. And recent reports from the other side of the pond indicate that Biden will not be looking any time soon at doing a deal with the UK. He will set his sights on negotiating with the European Union first and putting pressure on the UK to please his Irish-American voter base. Number 10, or at least the more pro-EU advisers in there, could be of the view that Britain needs a friend post-Brexit in the White House, and Joe Biden has only made negative noises about that so far. This may well have concentrated the minds of the UK government into a compromise with the European Union before the US elections on the 4th of November, something of concern, but I'm not sure I see it panning out quite that way, as I'll come on to in a minute. Now, the current terms of the withdrawal agreement and Northern Ireland Protocol already try to tie the UK down to EU diktat. In fact, the Centre for Brexit Policy think tank has just issued a report called The EU Deal Unmasked: 12 Reasons Why the UK Will Fail to Get a Canada-Style Deal. And it splits these into 7 adverse effects on UK sovereignty, 5 on the EU-UK trading relationship, and 1 on governance. The Centre for Brexit Policy itself is a new think tank backed by cross-party politicians who support the UK leaving the EU. It has been formed to propose the critical policy changes enabled by Brexit that will boost national prosperity and well-being in the years to come, as well as help ensure that Britain fully takes back control when it leaves the European Union. What the Centre for Brexit Policy does with this latest report is first to point out that Boris Johnson wants a Canada-style relationship with the EU, an objective that seems wholly reasonable as a minimal initial ask. It is in itself a compromise across a range of issues, but it has the merit of simplifying the complex negotiating process. But it then goes on to look at what the Canada-EU agreement, CETA, looks like, and compare that with what a withdrawal agreement and Northern Ireland protocol-based agreement would contain. And in summary, based on how the withdrawal agreement is set up at present, the 12 points are: the Canadians are free from EU control of state aid, whilst the UK will not be. Canada is not subject to ECJ oversight, but the UK will still be within ECJ jurisdiction. Canada retains complete control over its exclusive economic zone, with no EU interference. In contrast, the UK might end up caving in to the continued stripping of our waters by EU trawlers. The Canada deal is a simple international treaty, whereas the withdrawal agreement is above UK law. Canada is subject equally with the EU to WTO arbitration on disputes. The UK, through the withdrawal agreement, is subject to the ECJ. No part of Canada has been hived off and forced under EU control. Just compare that to the plight of Northern Ireland. And the EU does not impose tariffs on goods travelling within Canada. Once again, compare that to Northern Ireland. Then there's the matter of the scope of trade. According to the report, any trade deal we get with the EU will be even more limited than the Canada deal. And on tariffs, the report says that Canada does not give tariff concessions to the EU worth over double the EU's tariff concessions to Canada. And it goes on to say, any imbalance in CETA on the value of tariff concessions is dwarfed by the grotesque imbalance in the respective values of the tariff concessions being offered by the UK and the EU under a zero-tariff FRA. Also, Canada and the EU mutually recognise the testing of goods in each other's countries, something the UK will not be allowed. And imports via free trade agreements with other countries will satisfy rules of origin for Canada, but not for the UK. Then there's governance. The Canada-EU deal has no overarching EU element, but any deal the UK strikes with the EU will. And writing about this in the Express, Brexiteer Tory MP Ian Duncan Smith says that while the UK wants a Canada plus deal with the EU, under the current arrangement it would be a Canada minus setup. Unless, he says, we can strip out all those harmful elements before striking a deal. Not sure that the EU would ever agree to that though. And looking at that gloomy report, I would say it makes the case for a no-deal Brexit all the more potent. So I'm hoping that when the EU Council sits down next Thursday, the 15th of October, for their summit, that they'll be facing a certain no-deal scenario for the end of the year. We need to stick to no deal and make sure we have the legal tools ready, like those in the UK Internal Market Bill, to wave away any EU moves to try and control our future. And where the US elections are concerned, I'm not personally too concerned. I would think that by the time any US-EU trade deal was ratified, we'd be another couple of presidents down the line. So there might not be any rush needed there at all. Just look at how the many years of talks with the South American Mercosur countries have descended from the deal of all deals to now forming nothing more than a bin liner. No, the EU takes a long time to do these things, and the result is never assured. Anyway, if you want to hear more from me, please don't forget to subscribe and also press that little bell, or you won't get any notifications. And if you want to see more of me, buy a mug with my mug on it by following the link in the descriptions box below and support me on Patreon or PayPal. So what do you think about this? Please share and comment, and thank you for watching.